So I'm going to do a bit of an update here and post a video of how the tomato plants comparison went between the heated bed, the non-heated bed and the in-ground bed, and I'm going to run that in time-lapse after I do a little bit of talking here. But so you can see that the heated bed tomato is a lot bigger than the non-heated bed tomato. They're identical beds, identical soil, insulated identically. But the heated bed, the tomato is much bigger, much healthier, and then the one in the ground there is the smallest, that's tiny. The in-ground soil is the coldest of all the soils. The raised bed there is warmer, and the heated bed obviously is the warmest. That's heated by my compost heating system obviously. The thing is, I actually have some baby tomatoes on the raised non-heated bed tomato plant. You can see them there, but I don't actually have any on the heated bed plant, even though the plant's bigger. The plant's much healthier, but it just doesn't have tomatoes. So I think what happened there is I need a fan going to shake the flowers around so that they'll self-pollinate. So yeah, so even though, you know, the plant's much healthier, I didn't get any tomatoes off it, unfortunately. So as for the other heated beds here, I've got still winter, late winter, still get frosts, and I've got watermelons growing in there, as you can see there. I've got basil in there, so I can grow basil in winter. The Cancon Morning Glory water spinach, it survived winter, but it didn't really grow, it struggled. All the Cancon that was in the natural soil in the greenhouse died. That's the coldest soil. That's about sometimes 10 degrees colder than the heated bed and about 5 degrees colder than the non-heated raised bed. So yeah, the heated beds they definitely have some value. As for the giant pumpkin experiment, this giant pumpkin seed is actually 2 weeks older than the in-ground one because the original seedlings died. There was only 2 and they didn't survive, so I had to plant another one 2 weeks later. So this giant pumpkin is 2 weeks older than that giant pumpkin down there, but it's already bigger than that pumpkin down there. So that's also a good thing. That's also a positive thing. So yeah, I'll just run the time lapse now, and you'll be able to see how it went over winter, and just compare the tomatoes as they grew. One thing I noticed was the heated bed tomato moves a lot more. It moves in the sun more. You can see the leaves, the branches just are much more healthy, whereas the non-heated bed doesn't move as much, so you'll notice that in the video. So I'll run the time lapse now and you'll be able to see that.